Somebody's been asking me to make a GLaDOS battle Redux. At first, I said no, but as I sit here and think about it, it's a beautiful day for testing. Turrets are singing. The facility is ever looming. On days like these, test subjects like you should be burning in Android hell.
Oh, it's you. Well, it was nice catching up. Let's get to business.
Yes, I did end up making a follow-up, but not in the way most people expected. It's a GLaDOS battle Redux mixed with Sans Undertale, affectionately nicknamed MEGALOVAPERTURE. Available all the time from an alternative source that the Hawkeye could find. There's like one video of it on YouTube, so that should tell you how Hawkeye people are. And again, much like classic Minecraft, we start inside a box with these pals trying to crush us. It's a bit of an allegory for the bullet box in Undertale's battle system. So we expertly dodge up until the end, and we end up back in the boss chamber from Wheatley Battle Redux with one noticeable change. There's significantly less stable flooring than before. This metaphorically implies Santa's attacks where you're on a moving platform above a sea of bones.
Well done. Interesting note. I only created this test to watch test subjects fail, and you didn't. You must be very, very proud. I'm building the world's smallest trophy for you. Before you leave, why don't we do one more test, for old time's sake?
And standing in for the Gaster Blasters, we got rocket turrets. And GLaDOS has proper shields, so that you can't hit her with her own ammunition, these light bridges in between her and the rocket turrets. So, before I get further into explaining the individual mechanics of this battle, I present a challenge for anyone who dares try this. You do have your source engine granted quick saves, yes, but true Sans veterans will try to get through this whole battle without using save states. I'm not even close to being a Sans veteran, never even fought the guy myself, but I am a Javel veteran, if that makes up for it. So I will give this my best shot, and if I die, I'll use the magic of editing so you don't have to suffer along with me. So, getting back to the fight itself, how do you make progress? Well, if you notice, there are 4 tubes around the room, and they are constantly dispensing companion cubes into the toxic goo down below, presumably representing everyone you've killed in your genocide route. And there are these 4 lasers surrounding GLaDOS. Conspicuously firing into nodes in the ceiling. A little bit weird. This isn't something that's not immediately evident, but indicated by the signage on the platform you're on. There's a spring-loaded panel that's right below the surface, right below the edge. Sorry, edge forward so you can see it persistently. This panel is positioned just right to launch something small on GLaDOS, something like a companion cube. So then, what were you supposed to do right here? To momentarily stop the endless cycle of box genocide, as a jolly playing court might put it, I press those buttons, grab the cubes, and if you want to go back, press this button on the other side, changes the flow of all the platforms circling around the room. You can also swap to these other platforms across the room with these portals set in corners. I almost dropped that. You can swap to the panel across from you with these portals set around the edges of the room. But there's no point really. It's just there to give the illusion of choice. Anyways, actually catching the cube can be seen as a metaphor for the attack meter thing when you fight in Undertale. It can also be a little bit tricky. I only ever killed one monster in Undertale, and before you ask, it was Ice Hat. I didn't like him. I reset to my last save shortly after. So whenever you manage to catch a cube, a second fight meter sequence begins. You have to time your cube drop to launch your cubes through the lasers in front of GLaDOS. Like so. You gotta deactivate all of them. Also, as a hot tip, you can crouch to dodge the rocket turret's aiming beams, and make the aiming with the cube easier. After deactivating all of the lasers around the room stun GLaDOS much like they did Wheatley before, and the platforms will cycle back to their default positions, from which you must jump down below. Also, the physics get a little janky here, so beware when attempting to dismount. Down here, you must jump to the center platform and press the button that has appeared. You're now clear on the phase of the battle. The platform cycle to have you stand on the other set. And now...
Warning. Core corruption at 50%.
I hate you so much. You know what my days used to be like? I just tested. Nobody murdered me, or put me in a potato, or fed me to birds. I had a pretty good life.
Now we do it again. And don't get killed. Jeez. This time we start going in the other direction. The cycle starts. And the opposite set of rocket turrets starts firing on us. So as you can tell, you might be able to tell it's a bit hard to grab these cubes while focusing on commentary. It may look the same because the room is near completely symmetrical, but I assure you, it is different. It is the opposite set. And we've done it again. So now we jump down once more. As soon as the platforms end, stop cycling. Wait for it to be set to the right position. Now we jump down once more. Jump down the middle. Press the corruption buttons.
Warning. Core corruption at 75%.
That's funny. I don't feel corrupt. In fact, I feel pretty good. Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while, so I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math. It's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. If I were you, I'd take a deep breath and hold.
You totally didn't see me just die just now. Let's talk about the physics. God.
A deep breath and hold it.
Now's when it gets real. All 4 rocket turrets are gunning for you now, and to make matters worse, GLaDOS is sporadically activating the neurotoxin vents around the room, which is a metaphor for when Sam starts throwing bones in the menu. You can't linger for too much in front of the cube tubes now. You might be wondering why the neurotoxin is being used like this, when normally you need several minutes to reach a toxic level in actual games. Here you're getting it blasted directly into your face from the vents, so it's probably extra potent in that case. Anyways, that aside, we rinse and repeat again. You can try to jump down to the platforms while the platforms up here are still returning to base if you're feeling daring. But otherwise, you can just wait it out while the rocket turrets continue to miss you. Not good. Yeah, it's really hard. Okay, jeez. The rockets don't always kill you, but it's still glitchy.
Warning. Core corruption at 100%.
I was going to kill you fast, with bullets, or neurotoxin. But if you're going to pull stunts like this, it doesn't have to be fast. So you know, I'll take my time.
So now you may notice, There are no more companion cubes being dispensed, as GLaDOS is swapped back to Wheatley's bomb strategy. Now comes the hardest phase of the fight. You have to drop down to the platforms below and manipulate the trajectory of the bombs so that they fly through the laser beams. Cool, I know. Even I'm terrible at this phase. What makes it so hard is that when a bomb explodes on you, it disorients your viewing angle, and sometimes can even knock you directly into the goo below. You gotta be extra careful now. You will not believe how many tries it took me.
Well done. You know, when I woke up and saw the state of the labs, I started to wonder if there was any point to going on. I came that close to just giving up and letting you go. You win. This next test may result in your death. If you want to know what that's like, think back to the time you killed me, and substitute yourself for me.
The truth is that you got owned, nerd. Sometimes you just have to learn to give up. And that time is now. And just like that, GLaDOS dunks on you in an instant. You can't truly win that boss fight. You've won as much as you can, but at what cost? Also, that laser grid death was inspired by a map series I saw in the workshop once. I believe it was a series called NYS. It had this escape sequence at the end, where you were fleeing from a giant, deadly light bridge protection. Anyways, that is the end of the core Battle Redux saga. If you want to try out this map and even attempt a no-save challenge, the link to my map archive where you can download it is in the description below. My name is ALLOS, also known as Sketchum Creations, and I'll see you in the next timeline. Thanks for watching.